We want to focus on the impact of this massacre here in West Michigan. 24-hour News 8 Joe LaFurgey is live in Grand Rapids with what theaters and police are doing tonight to make sure you stay safe. Joe?
And good evening, Marley. Some new information just out in the last hour and a half that you need to know if you plan on attending a theater here in West Michigan or any place around the country or any place around the state tonight. The AMC movie theater chain, which has two locations here in West Michigan, one on Alpine Avenue, one out in Holland, has announced they are banning any kind of costume or toy weapon from their theaters. If you've been in the theaters here and watched anybody during some of the screenings for especially The Dark Knight, you'll notice a lot of people like to dress up for that. That will not happen if you're going to an AMC theater. This obviously a Celebrations theater, part of that chain. They tell me here that there is no plans to ban any kind of costume going in here. The people that run the chain here say that that's always been a part of their movie making, movie going experience, if you will. But they have never allowed any kind of toy weapons or costume weapons into any of the celebrations. So you could never bring them in, but you can still wear your costumes in. Of course, the numbers won't come out, the box office numbers won't come out until later this weekend. But customers here that we talked to aren't staying home because of the Colorado tragedy.
3 for tomorrow, IMAX, 11 a.m.
Ryan Sage refuses to be frightened away from the theater screen.
And it's horrible. I absolutely feel for the families and the people involved. It's a terrible situation, but it's not anything that's going to stop me or any of my friends from going to the movies.
The catastrophe near Denver is something every moviegoer can identify with. Sitting in a dark theater, your mind locked in the fantasy created by the film when the unimaginable occurs in reality. The people who run local theaters are taking note. At the Celebration Theater chain, they've added extra employees for the Dark Knight premiere.
They always do because of large crowds, but now because of a tragedy, you increase your awareness anyway. Yeah, it's increased awareness are the things that they're looking for in crowds of people, the things that they're looking for when they're talking to guests, and just the flow of traffic.
The incident is being talked about in local police department roll calls as well. Copycats are a concern. Police agencies and emergency management crews train for the unthinkable in places like theaters, how to get in and secure the scene, how to deal with a mass casualty situation. Van Wagoner says the theater has a number of security measures in place. They keep them under wraps so no one knows how to get around them.
Talking about specific security measures isn't secure.
But no system can provide absolute protection. Ryan Sage knew that as he bought his ticket.
We're not going to live in fear. We're not going to let one isolated incident change our course or our path.
Now, we've heard of police patrols being added in places like New York City. We have not heard of anything like that here in West Michigan. Live in Grand Rapids, Joe LaFurgey, 24-hour News 8.